The champ is here.
We will definitely not shut up and dribble.
The champ is here. I must be the greatest. The champ is here.
I'm going to continue to stand with the people.
The champ is here.
I will not lose.
I'm a bad man. I shook up the world.
Yes. Welcome. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here with we. My name is EJ, and I got my man.
MH.
Yeah, he's the DB of the show. We are Black in Sports, so we're giving a voice to the culture that won't shut up and dribble. All right? We're interviewing the best professionals in the game and in the boardroom, covering it all, laughing at it all, while providing a platform to be heard. So, you know what we do about this time? We want to welcome our guests to the show. Today, we are going to go on a journey with our guests, answer the question of how can he become great? As seen in his video series, The Process, we have pro soccer player, our hometown Vegas Lights Football Club defender, Jordan Murrell. Clap it up.
What's going on?
Let's go, man. Hey, man, happy to have you here. So how we start the show, we have a shoot your shot question, okay? So this is where we ask you a time that you went for it all, you took a chance, and you either came up big or you took a big L. So give us a shoot your shot moment.
I feel like all the time you gotta go big.
Oh, okay. Give me a specific something.
Let's just say something small today. I bet my girlfriend, I said, hey, I'm gonna make this in the trash can. I'm gonna give you $20.
Okay.
So me thinking I'm gonna make it, she's gonna give me $20. I missed that day. I was just like, no. So I was just thinking, she was like, why you want to bet money? And I was like, why not?
Because you got that.
Right.
That,
just go for it.
let's go for it attitude.
That's me.
And you came out $20 lighter.
Yes. I'm going to have to win that back somehow.
Think of something, right?
So
where'd your love for sports start, Jordan?
Oh, way back. In the streets of England, playing in London, England. I was born there, raised there, and football's been my love since before I could walk.
The streets of England.
Wow. Streets of England.
I've never heard that combination.
I haven't either.
Trust me. Yeah.
So it started way back then.
Yeah.
Is it because of that area?
No, I feel like football's everywhere in England. It's just where we were.
Okay.
We always played in the streets. Like
Gotcha.
that's all we ever knew.
Okay.
I used to get in trouble every day for playing outside in the street because my mom wasn't home.
Uh-huh.
But I would go outside and play anyway.
There you go.
Yeah. So again, risking it all right there.
You got brothers and sisters, right?
Yeah, I have an older brother and 2 younger sisters.
Did they play too, or?
They've all played at some point.
Okay.
Some later than others.
Okay.
My sisters, they're twins.
Okay.
One just started playing last year.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
What age?
She is 24.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Not young. She just started playing.
She didn't want to pick it up.
No, she didn't want to play.
But
now she wants to play.
Now she wants to play.
I
Right?
don't understand.
So I'm gonna get into it.
Right.
Well, the parents played, right? Or the
So
father?
my dad
Your-
played,
okay.
and then I had cousins that played, uncles that played, idols. They're my idols.
Yeah.
So she just picked it up a little late then.
I don't know what she was doing, but she was like, let me just try this soccer thing. And I was like, all right, cool. And she said she loved it. She about to do it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So was there any other sports, or has it always been?
Oh, we played a lot. So my
Okay.
mom's brother, my uncle, he played professional basketball, played for Great Britain, played for
okay.
England, played
Okay.
professionally for years. So I loved basketball.
Okay.
I'm one of the shortest in my family, if you didn't know. Like my sister, her twin, the one we were just speaking about, she's 6'1".
Okay.
My brother, he's 6'5". My
wow.
dad is 6'2", and somehow I'm 5'11".
Oh.
I don't know how in the world, but
You got
I
on
saw
that
you gave an inch because on the roster
it
it's
says
5'10". Yeah.
but you gotta
gotta
risk it all.
I'm standing a little taller
Right.
today.
I got the Ultra Boost on today.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So started in England. So when did you get to Canada? Or how, I guess.
Ooh.
That's a
That's a good question.
right?
Honestly, I feel like my mom went to England and she went to Canada. She came back and she just came back and asked me, hey, Jordan, what do you think about moving to Canada?
Wow.
I'm 11, 12 years old. You know, I'm probably outside. I said, yeah,
Yes,
sure. No problem. And then 2 weeks later, she said, pack your bags. We're leaving.
Wow.
Yeah, just like that. Strong woman.
So very strong.
Yeah.
How was that transition for you? Just making friends, just a different way of life and all that kind of stuff?
Oh man, it was tough.
Yeah.
So first we moved to Montreal.
Okay.
My stepdad, my dad, he's born and raised in Canada.
Oh, okay.
So but he lived in England. So when they went to Canada, my mom was like, "This is amazing."
Oh, really?
So we moved. She said 2 weeks. We packed up. I didn't know. I packed my toy. I'm ready to go, and my ball.
Ball.
Yeah, and my ball, and I'm ready to go. And we get to Montreal in November. We're there for 2 days. We turn around. We go back home. It's too cold.
I was gonna say.
Too cold. We didn't have jackets for it. It was too cold.
And she said bounce.
She said we have to go back because we can't. I can't afford to buy these $300, $400 jackets
And it's
for
too
4
damn
kids.
cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too cold. So we went back
Uh-huh.
and we moved back. We moved to Toronto in April.
Mhm.
So just after the cold. But it was still cold.
Right.
We had to deal with it. And that was it. That was it.
That's hilarious. So in Toronto, right? So that's where you got picked up with the club. So help me understand the schooling system right there, right? Because like I was reading up on it, and it's almost, is it a preparatory school, or like was it an academy, or like just
Yeah, that's a good question. So school, I didn't know any different, right? So
Okay.
we got there in middle school, and they gave us these AP classes and testers to see where we'd land at,
all right?
right? To see what grade I'd be in. So it turned out the English curriculum is so far ahead of the North American curriculum, I would have been able to skip 3 grades
Damn.
from what I knew, but I didn't think I knew much
Okay.
because I'm just at school at the time I was an average student, so
All right.
I wasn't getting A's. But when they tested me, they were
Average in
like,
English.
you're right. When they tested me, they're like, "Oh, you are smart. Like you can move up to your grade." But I'm like, I'm not gonna hang out with these 15-year-olds. I'm 11. I'm not gonna do it. So I just stayed with kids in my grade,
Okay.
more age range, and just met a lot of friends that way. I played outside by myself. There was no one played soccer outside. I didn't know any different.
You didn't pick up like hockey, or you?
I didn't know how to skate. I
Ah.
didn't necessarily know what hockey was at the time.
Okay.
Fact, okay.
And then I tried it all, though. I tried basketball, trampolining. I tried hockey later on when I had friends.
Did you try curling?
No, but my sister did.
Oh, you scared?
Yeah, she did.
That's why she was late to the
That's
party.
right. She's up there scrumming the
Yeah.
dusty shit.
Yeah, she did curling for a little bit.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So that was kind of school. Why was there not any structured athletic programs?
Yeah, at school it was more like gym class.
Oh, so there wasn't any.
But then I didn't know either because I just got there.
Just-
I'm
you
the
showed
English
up.
kid, right?
Right.
I'm the kid that has the fun, that talks funny and knows
Good
more than the
English,
kids, right?
English, right?
So then
Accelerated English.
right, and then actually for a long period of time they just taught me French because I was so far behind in French. I didn't even know words.
Oh.
Didn't even know
Right.
merci, thank you. You know, don't ask me about my French now.
Yeah,
I don't know
I'll-
much
I'll-
about it either.
What you got on it? You got something
Yeah.
for him?
No, I don't got. I don't have anything, man.
We.
Yeah, I'm under proficient at the English language.
Let alone another one,
Let
right?
alone another one. So no, I'm good.
So then, really fast forward, how did you get to Syracuse? If it was just really, or did you eventually find like a league, academy or a team? Like, how did you go from, playing in the streets of England to almost curling
Right.
to getting to college?
Yeah, so met more friends, ended up finding different soccer clubs and things there
Got you.
in Canada.
Canada. Mhm.
So then I just played and played and played. I loved it. I played all the positions in Canada. I played striker, center back, goalie, everything possible because at the time I was good at all these things. I didn't know what to specialize in.
Okay.
But in England, I was a defender. I was a left back always.
Okay.
But then Canada came around and they were like, "Oh, you could go score goals. Okay, we're winning. Go back and play defense. Okay, we're getting killed in the midfield. Go play midfield." And so I did all that.
Okay.
And then I started doing really well. High school came around. I was still playing in those leagues. And I hated indoor. I hated it.
Why?
Because it was small. It was in a
Okay.
gym.
Ah.
It's not in England, you don't play indoors.
Sure.
It's just outside all year round.
That's it.
You
Yeah.
wear some gloves, you wear some hat, you wear a hat because it's what 2 degrees, 3 degrees Celsius. So
Yeah.
like
Celsius.
34, 35.
Right.
Right,
What's the
right,
conversion?
right.
Like, carry the 2 at the.
Right. And then I hated indoor. And one winter I was like, Mom, I don't think I'm going to play indoor.
Uh-huh.
She goes, okay, ponder on it. And I was just, maybe I was over it. And then I get a call, and it was the academy director of Toronto FC Academy.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And so he called me. He goes, hey, is this Jordan? I'm like, yeah, this is Jordan. He goes, hey, I'm the sporting director, academy manager. Would you like to come down and try out for our team? I was like, yeah, sure, but
Y'all play outside, right?
I was like, that was one of my questions. You guys play full field? He
Yeah.
goes,
Full
yeah.
field, okay.
I said, is it all year round full field? He said, yes. I said, all right, where do I need to go? What time? That was it. That was it. That was really it.
So did
Like
you
them there.
start off at U16 or?
Yeah, so I went, I think I was 14 or 15, and I was training with the 2 years up. So they only had juniors and then seniors. So the seniors were under 18.
Okay.
Juniors were under 16. I was like 14 turning 15.
Wow.
And I had no clue what. So I had to, my best friend at the time, he was down there. And I was like, hey, what's going on? Like, how you get down here? Why is your trainings better than mine?
Mhm.
Why are you playing full field and I'm not? That was more of my concern.
Right.
And then one day I had to come out of school because training was at 2 o'clock. We came out of school at like 12. And he's like, all right, be ready for the trip downtown. I'm like, all right, cool. And I've been downtown many times.
Mhm.
But we took the bus. We took another bus. We took the train. We took a streetcar. And then we walked.
Wow.
So 2.5 hours later, I was down at this place. And it was this big stadium, said BMO Field. Never been down there before in my life. And I
Okay.
was like,
Wow.
this is where I want to
This
play.
is it.
Oh, dang.
This is where I want to play.
Instantly.
Like that.
That's dope.
I was tired from the travel,
Right.
but I saw it and I said, yes, this is where I want to play.
So you had a pretty quick rise, I guess, to being a captain on that team.
Yeah.
How did that work? It was just you was that guy, or is it just
Was it just that
process?
advanced,
Oh,
like
right.
from your reading?
No, I think it was just over time. I had been with as I said, I was 2 years younger at the time. So
Mhm.
I was training with the U16s when I was 14, 15. They're turning 17,
Okay.
16, 17. So they're going to the U18s. At the time, they only had 2 teams.
Mm.
So he was bringing me in for the next wave.
Got
So
you.
I was
Okay.
already training with the older kids.
He's already there. Yeah.
And I was there. So I was there for 7 months, and then the new kids were just coming in.
Okay.
Okay.
So I was there for I was longer at the club, serving a long time at the club,
Makes
Mhm.
sense.
and I guess that's how it worked. And then,
Okay.
yeah,
Nice.
So how did Syracuse come up? How did?
that's a good story too. So Syracuse came up. I was about 16, 17, and we went to different tournaments. Just Dallas Cup. We played against AC Milan. We played against Tigres. We played against all these academies, Manchester City.
Oh, wow.
And it was incredible. It was
Wow.
an incredible experience, and so we just kept going and playing these games. We won our league, which was fantastic.
Okay.
And then when I was 17, 18, I was just getting this call from Syracuse, from different schools, and at the time I was like, all right, Mom, I'm close to signing pro.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, okay, that's great, but what about school? And I was like, yeah, I'm done with school.
Like,
School,
what about school?
Yeah, like I go to school
Bro,
from
I've
8
been
to
in-
12.
Right.
I'm good.
I'm 3 levels up on English.
Right. Right.
I'm good. Yeah.
So while I was at TFC, schooling for me was from 8:30 to 12:30, so I could make it down for practice at 2:30.
Okay.
So they adjusted it for you? or
They
that's-
adjusted for me. So my
Damn.
school was really helpful with that, which I
You know that boy good.
Oh, good.
so they did a really good job with that.
Mhm.
And then so I lost my train of thought.
How you got to Syracuse?
How I got Syracuse. And then we're doing well, won the league, and said, Mom, I'm going to turn pro. They're going to offer me a contract in, I'm saying 1 month, 2 months. So just signed their first academy product. I'm next. I know it. I'm
Mhm.
feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, nah, I don't think that's right for you. I think you should go to school.
Damn.
You're getting a full ride at Syracuse. Bear in mind, I don't know where Syracuse is.
That's
I
what
don't
I
know
was gonna
what it
ask,
looks
right?
like. And so we fought. We fought for months.
Really battling
months,
out like
months. And I spoke to my uncles who
Uh-huh.
play pro, who
Oh,
works in
yeah.
the game. I spoke to my cousins, my dad, my coaches, and pretty much everyone was like, go to school. And I
Wow.
was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Don't want to do it. I want to play pro. All
Wanna
I've
get
ever
this
wanted
bag,
to do
right?
was play pro.
Okay.
Man, that's really is really deep because we always had this conversation, obviously with the NCAA, and then in basketball, there's a lot of just one and done, and they go and education is kind of. So I guess just talk about what that NCAA, what the college experience was like for you, and how important was it?
And before you go into it, I mean, you like double stamp. Like, there's been an interview where you said, if an athlete ever asked you, you're a proponent for them to go to school. Like,
100%.
double down on that.
So am I, by the way. But
Oh,
100%.
Here we go.
thank.
Well,
my
let me
man,
hear
my
yours.
man.
I want to hear yours.
I just think there's life experiences that you don't get, that you get in college that you probably won't experience in other situations.
Mhm.
I think a free education, it's not just something just to sneeze off on. Like, it's a legit free education. I think you can make connections with alumni, just learning how to, I don't know, be a young man in those years while getting a free education where it's going to help you when you are into the real world. I just think there's so many benefits, but this is not about me. This is about you, Jordan. So I want to hear what you thought.
So exactly along those lines, I went to school and I speak about it to this day. Best time of my life. I will never get those 4 years back. I would
Yeah.
never be able to do those things in those 4 years that I can do now. You know what I mean? And the things I learn now, not in the classroom, just outside the classroom, what you have to do each day, you become a man at school.
Yeah.
You really know how to take care of your business at school. You have to prioritize your time. You have to manage your money. You have to eat right.
Preach
You
on
have
it.
to go to bed, wake up, do your workout. You get into a regiment. You learn how you grow up at school.
Y'all hear that, kids?
Preach on it.
Preach on it.
Where the offering? We start
Right.
offering
We
right
should
now.
pass
You
them.
preaching?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to hear though, because you don't hear that. And I agree with you that the lessons that I learned are definitely outside of the classroom just as much as what you do learn in the classroom.
Right.
So economics is what you learned in
Yeah,
the classroom.
that's
Yes,
right.
it is.
That's serious.
That's not communication degree.
No,
Hey,
it's
that's
not.
And then your English, said you just threw that out the window,
Right.
3
Yeah.
grades up.
Yeah.
So where did economics come in and why that major?
You know what's funny is that it just kind of fell in my lap.
All right.
So I was just taking classes at school. Hey,
Mhm.
what do I need to take? What do I need to graduate? I'm
Right.
going to go play pro. What is it? What do I need to take?
Yeah.
This was my freshman year. So I was like, hey, what do I need to take? I need to do these classes. I did well, just got through class, trained, practice. And then second year, just same thing. Third year, I was like, all right, what do I really need to do? What do I like? And it just kept coming down to economics being a global business degree.
I like that.
Economics you can be into investing, you can be into different types of business communication, whatever it is.
Mhm.
I thought economics was the best vehicle to do that.
Okay.
And so that has helped me to this day.
I like it.
That's big time.
That is big time.
So you guys won a ACC championship
Not when I was there, the year after.
The year after.
the year after.
The year after.
My bad.
But you
All
still
good.
holding some all-time records over there though.
Yeah.
Trying to.
Yeah,
Mine too.
holding those assists and things like that. All right, man. Before we move on, man, you want to hit them with them quick hits on the pitch?
Yeah, I got. We can call these like penalty kicks, just quick five.
All right.
I saw a rather controversial tweet that you had the other day, man,
All right.
about you said Drake is a top 2 rapper and he's not number
two.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we can agree to
Yeah.
disagree on that. I mean, I respect where you're coming from.
I
But
mean, he
I'm
repping
not-
the 6, though. I mean,
Yeah,
T-Dot, you
okay.
got to give him that. Represent your hood.
Would you rather be a a star athlete, a star on an elite team, or a star on a bad team, or average player on an elite team?
Average player on the elite team.
You won the coaches award, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Team player right there.
Team player.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a shoe named after you, or a song by Drake named after you?
Shoe.
I like
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Give me your top 5 artists while we on this Drake thing.
Sheesh. Ooh.
Top 5, dead or alive. Boom, go.
Top 5. Drake. Eminem. Wayne. Biggie. J. Cole.
I am not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
Eminem's close to being number 1. Very close.
Yeah, he got the Intercontinental
Right.
Championship. I'll give.
Right, like you got to give him that.
Okay, I can give it that.
All right, what's that you got?
First time you've been starstruck, or have you ever been starstruck?
I met David Beckham when I was like 9.
How was that? Tell me about that experience.
Well, he was on the pitch. I was the ball boy.
Okay.
Oh,
And
nice.
he was right there. I threw him the ball. It was pretty good. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, dope.
All right, so it's called what? 10 bits or poutine? Which one? Pick one.
10 bits.
10 bits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you even know what that is?
I don't. So
100%. So Tim Hortons,
Yeah.
it's like what? It's better than
Donut
It's better than Starbucks.
I know
so-
Tim Horton.
Yeah.
I got that.
And then I always call it Poutine, but Poutine. What?
On the tippy tay, nigga. Side
Yeah.
What?
Turn on my headphones.
Describe what it is.
Poutine.
Poutine.
Poutine is fries with cheese curds and gravy.
Oh, you know, that's where the enunciation of us from America is all
Again,
messed up.
Proficient in English and
With clear enunciation. I love it.
Poutine.
Poutine. All right, man. So I want to jump kind of really into your career now. So just in the game, you're here with the Lights.
Yeah. Tell
Tell me about that experience. And it was kind of cut short.
Yeah. So far being here has been fantastic.
I love to hear that.
This is one of the best places I've ever lived.
Wow.
Remember I asked you before, I said, why do you love Vegas? You
Yeah.
said it's close to everything.
Yes.
People want to visit you
Yes.
and you enjoy the weather.
100.
1, 2, 3. Top 3 for me. Right
Really?
there. Yep, you named them up.
Oh, that's what's up. And that's before you even really get into the experience
Yep.
of what you guys have, the atmosphere.
Exactly.
Now, did you play here before you came here?
Yeah. I
What
played
team were you on when you played here?
Reno
Reno.
1868.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
So you know there's a little bit of a rivalry about that, right?
I definitely know that.
Oh, okay.
How you feel about the rivalry be on the other end now?
We just need to do our business, get some wins. I know that. I know that for sure.
There it is.
Describe the atmosphere, man, because I haven't been to a game yet. I'm looking forward to
I
going.
got you. Don't worry.
There it is.
My man.
Yeah.
There it is.
So describe the atmosphere for me.
So when we came down here with Reno,
Mhm.
I remember packed stadium. I think it was a sold out crowd. First game, 2018, and we're walking out. Our team's walking out, and then they stay behind, and we're like, okay, what are they doing?
Mm-hmm.
So they came out like basketball players. And I was like, wow, what are they doing? I've never seen this before.
Right.
And then at halftime, I remember coming out and there was all these like confetti and silly string, whatever it is on the field. I'm like, what are they doing at halftime? And then I realized they put on a show here.
Production.
Yes.
That's exactly what it is.
Mhm.
Nowhere else in the world puts on a show for their fans.
Okay.
Nowhere else. You won't catch a water balloon fight at Allianz Arena in Germany, but you'll see that down here.
Yeah.
You know, you won't see
Cash drop.
right a cash drop from a helicopter where the fans are scrambling to win some money. I should be out there too.
Like, hey, coach, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Real
I'll be
quick.
right back.
Real quick. Yeah.
No, and it's like really great fan support. You know, definitely have a tribe out there. And then, I mean, we have a in-game MC. So we've had Bojo.
Yeah.
So have you met Bojo? Have you had a
I
chance to
haven't
meet?
yet.
Oh, so
Heard
it's
great things.
So what have they told you about the season? Are they still talking it out? Is it a possibility? What's going on with that?
They're still talking it out. Everything's a possibility.
Okay.
Nobody knows what's going to
gonna
happen, even in today's economy.
You're right.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
nobody knows if coronavirus is going to be cured, if it's going to get worse, God forbid. You know, so everybody's kind of on edge. They're waiting to see what's going to happen.
So as a pro athlete, how do you stay, I guess, kind of mentally sharp during this kind of time right now?
Setting habits. You have to. I wake up early. I usually get some work done in the morning. I read or something. Then wait for the missus to wake up and we do a workout.
Okay.
Or I go to the field and train. Come back, and I gotta take care of my body. I gotta, do a nice little foam roll or do another gym session. Eat well, and then it's back to working on business ventures, reading
Got you.
books, educating myself. I read something the other day. If you don't come out of this coronavirus pandemic with a new skill,
I saw that.
or learn something new, then you wasted your time.
Yeah, I heard T-Mac say that, and I felt real guilty. But I'm like number 21 in the world in Madden right now.
There you
too,
go.
So I'm
That's a
doing
new
something.
skill. There you go.
There's levels to this ish.
So number 4. Is there a reason behind the number, or?
Yeah, the 4 kids, me, my sister,
Oh, that's dope.
That's
and
dope.
my brother. Yeah.
Even
us
though
4.
one was late getting into the game, we still don't give.
Yeah, us 4.
But that's dope.
Yeah.
I like that.
That was my college number, so I always fellow 4s.
Yeah.
I don't have no background story behind it. It was just the only single digit left.
Fair
so.
enough. Hey, it's a good one.
Right.
Good one.
So we'll rock with that then. All right. So you touched on it a little bit, but as your career developed, you're a defender.
Yeah.
How did that stick? Was there a reason that position stuck? Do you like that? But just kind of get into the mindset of defender and definitely give us that layman's term because I'm not fully on there. But how did that come about?
I think one day it was just like, I was thinking at myself, what can I do to be better? Honestly,
lock in,
that's
like,
it. What can I do to make this jump from the academy to the first team? What can I do to be a professional footballer? And I sought out being a defender. I've always been a defender.
Wow. Okay.
But during the time when I came to Canada, that was when I was trying different positions. Don't get me wrong, I'm good at scoring goals. Don't get me wrong, I can play midfield, but I enjoy defending. That's what I learned growing up.
All right.
So how does the versatility to your game help you out as a defender?
I play left back. I get forward, get assists.
Okay.
You get to run up and you
Okay.
come back. You
Okay.
do a bit of defending and then you get forward. You enjoy the game. You're in the midfield also when you play left back.
Okay.
So you have all 3 elements of the game
Okay.
playing left back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Oh.
you're able to defend out wide, come up to the midfield, play in the midfield, go forward, get an assist, score a goal. It's all possible at left back.
Yeah. You ever get tired? The game is such a constant motion.
Yeah.
Different from football where obviously you get to stop and prepare for the next play. Basketball, you might have some kind of stops in the game. Soccer is just like an ever flow. So, how do you make those adjustments on the fly? And then do you ever kind of get just kind of winded on the fly?
Adjustments happen all the time.
Okay.
There's no game alike. So it just depends on how our team is doing, how the other team is playing.
Okay.
Do we get tired? Yeah, we get tired.
We
do.
I've never seen a soccer player tired, just from my experience.
Right. But what you see as tired might not be what we see
exactly.
as tired.
That's what I'm saying.
Because we know how to loaf, right? Like, I mean, you say, oh, man, that it's going this way. Like, as a DN, if the ball's going away, I'm like, hey, I'm just waiting for the reverse.
No, 100%.
And I don't have to run hard and then get a pursuit angle later.
Mm.
But you do.
Yeah, we get tired sometimes.
Not
So,
a lot.
Usually,
Right.
when you start to get tired, you have to stay mentally sharp. You have to be even sharper.
Okay.
Usually, they say once you get tired, your technique goes.
Okay.
First thing that should never go, it should be your technique, right?
Right.
So you understand, coaches usually say, get back and rest, or do your job and then rest. So we run all the time, but if we're sprinting all the time, that means you're doing something wrong, honestly.
Okay.
So if I'm playing left back and I get forward, put in a cross, and the ball's out of bounds, I will run back and then rest at that time.
I got you.
I won't rest up there because I'll be out of position and I get yanked off. So
Makes sense.
yeah.
So there's a lot of ways we're going to get into this. So my first question is there something that you can do, or is there like soccer etiquette that like get you punched in the mouth? Is there like something that people do? You know what I mean? Like, oh, don't do that, cuz now I got to get you.
Yeah. I mean, the game is so versatile.
Okay.
Doesn't matter where it happens, what happens. It depends on tempers. It depends on the mood of the game. Just a lot of things to happen. So it could be me and you battling back and forth all game, and then
I'm tired after 2
you're
minutes.
tired, right, whatever. And I put in a hard tackle and you're pissed, and I'll say, all right, get up, let's go some more. And then I keep giving it to you. If you're having a bad day and I'm having a really good day, that might set you off.
Right. So give me this too. Why does it look like WWE out there with the files, man? So we were watching just, you name it, game, and a dude will get hit and I mean, he looked like he's dead on the field, and it's like so dramatic, and then he pops back up and walks it off.
Is that rest?
That's a good question.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is. There's
That's
rest,
Okay, that's one.
and there's also buying the foul.
Buying it.
Yeah, so at times in the game, maybe you don't get hit as bad, but you do get hit and you want to sell it, you buy that foul.
Nice.
You have to sell it.
You have to sell it.
You have to sell it.
I mean,
That's like saying now.
It's like here, then
Right.
it's like
But that's like James
like
Harden.
flopping. It's like flopping in basketball.
It is like
That's
that.
exactly
Right,
like James
like-
Harden. You know, he sells it really well. And he gets the fouls and the 3 and 1. He does a good job, you know? That's why his point, he's getting 50 a game.
Point taken.
Yeah.
So, I mean, DJ, we ready for the next the training aspect that you go into? I see you have a brand that you're promoting about your training.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get into that? What's the training look like for you? The methods and things of that nature.
So training kids is my way of giving back.
Right.
You know, I enjoy having to train kids. I didn't have that training growing up, and I want to be able to give that back. When I go see these kids that I train, when I see them play, I see improvements every time.
Okay.
You know, they're more comfortable on the ball. They know how their body moves. That's so important. Like, I see a lot of kids that don't understand where their feet are going, but their head is going this way.
Sure.
And it's just understanding how to grow and how to feel the ball, how to touch the ball, how to run and dribble and pass all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fantastic. I love it.
So just so we can get back, kind of stay in the game, those stuff. So with the kids, do you see a growth in the game, and what are the things that you think would help grow the current game?
The growth of the game is exponential.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so different in comparison to 20 years ago, 10 years ago. People are faster. People are stronger. People are bigger. They're becoming more technically aware.
Mhm.
You know, they're seeing things that people don't see while they're watching from above. They're seeing them on the field.
Right.
So every year there are different players coming out of it. There are super fast players, technical players. There's Cristiano Ronaldo. There's Lionel Messi that are battling against each other for being the best in the world.
Right.
But if they were born 10 years apart, they would be best in the world for 10 years, that their lifespan.
Yeah.
But now they're battling together.
Right.
Everyone's trying to compare them, but they're both incredible.
How's the game different as far as just the brand element that goes into like just building yourself, your brand? How's that different now than it was when you were coming up through the ranks?
I see it a lot more now, you know, social media.
Do you think it's positive? Do you think it's negative?
Definitely positive.
Okay.
Definitely
I agree with
positive.
that. I definitely agree with that.
The game is growing. I could guarantee you 10 years ago in the U.S., maybe half the amount of kids are playing. But a lot of kids are playing in the U.S. I'm pretty sure that it's the most played kids sports in the U.S. Pretty sure.
I'm with you on that. And then even with that, just how the U.S. system is, I know you said the academies, and obviously in Europe and in Canada, do you think that's something that can apply to the U.S., or is that just kind of different here?
No, they have academies here.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a lot. Every MLS team has to have an academy.
Okay.
And then there are also different academies that play in the region. So let's say Florida has Orlando, and let's say Orlando has their academy, but Jacksonville has an academy. I bet you Miami has an academy.
Mhm.
All these places have academies that play each other. So the platform for them to play on is huge. So when they do a great job, they go to these tournaments, they get seen, and that's how they get to school.
Okay.
Dope. All right. So in the U.S., it seems like, and of course I'm a novice, but it just seems like the U.S. women's team has a bigger brand than the men's. Why is that? And why is it? Well, I'm not going to answer. Why do you think that is?
They win.
And that's what I definitely thought it was.
That's it.
That's it, huh?
Winning games. Winning games from a young age, all I've learned is try and win the game. Win the game. Win the game at all costs. Win the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because winning the game betters your team. It betters yourself. When you try that hard and you fail, that leads for improvement. You know, there's always ways to improve. But if you give it your all and it just wasn't good enough, you know you have to be better the next time.
And it gives you that drive to want to do
Every
better.
single time. You win games, fans show up. You win games, sponsors are there. You win games, people want to talk to you.
No.
So
Okay,
there's always a I guess a novice argument U.S. wise to say if the U.S. had our best athletes playing soccer, we would be better internationally. You have a unique perspective where you grew up internationally and now you play in the U.S. Do you see that, or is that a theory that's legit to you, or is that just talk?
Over time, the U.S. will be one of the best teams. I
Over
guarantee
time?
you.
Really?
I guarantee you.
Okay.
Because the amount of funding they have here for the kids to play, the amount of people, the population of the U.S.
Mhm.
is greater than a lot of Europe.
Sure.
So you're able to pull all these kids together, all 336 million of people that live in the U.S. Let's say half are kids, and let's say half of that plays soccer. That's 90 million people, 90 million kids for them to register,
Yeah.
to look at,
Right.
to bring through the academies.
Get them involved.
They don't have 90 million kids in England,
Wow.
you know? So over time, my kids are going to play. Maybe your kids are going to play. You
Mhm.
know, you just had a baby. Maybe
Yeah.
your kid's going to play.
Just gonna do
So
something.
then they're just going to, right.
Yeah.
Right. They're just
Yeah.
going to learn it. They're going to enjoy it. They're going to propel in it, you know? So
Okay.
And then these teams are definitely helping too, right? Like, I mean, we just got the lights, right? But all these major cities, or at least metropolitan cities, are saying, "Yo, I want a soccer team," because they see the growth, the excitement of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, ours is on another level of excitement, but yeah, I think that helps as well.
definitely.
Um, who would you play for? Seeing you've been a lot of places, who would your national team be if you went and played like a World Cup or whatever?
Canada.
It would be Canada.
Canada.
How is that? Do you get to decide that, or is it like a residency thing that decides that?
So you have to be a resident of the country you play for. So I'm dual citizen,
Okay.
England and Canada. England's national team, they have players from Manchester United, you know, they have
Gotcha.
players from Man City.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's a different level at the time. You just have to be real. You know, being real that's one of the hardest pills to swallow.
Uh-huh.
But being real with yourself is most important. So there's a greater chance for me to play for Canadian national team. I'm in the pool, you know, I'm right there. I'm looking to have a great year this year.
Yeah.
Say I ball out, 5 assists, 5 goals, 10 assists, I get a call. I'm right there.
There you go.
I'm playing with the kid that plays for Bayern Munich and plays overseas, and that's the goal. You can never sell yourself short. You put those goals all the way up there, and then the furthest you go, you know,
Shooting for him.
always.
I love
Shooting
it.
your shot.
You got to shoot your shot. So I'm bringing this up for two reasons, because I like to get a reaction out of my co-host. Has CTE been an issue, or do you think about that in soccer?
That's a great question. I had a concussion. I was out for 4 months.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. I believe in it. Like, once people get hit in the head and they don't feel right, it's always an issue.
And just be extra precautious, huh?
Extra precaution. I played another 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and I knew something was wrong. I don't know what was going on, but my legs were going this way and my head was going this way, you know, and I couldn't recover after 1 month. And they're like, "Are you okay?" You know, I was just like, I'm not the same. You know, light was too bright for me.
Yeah.
Noises were too loud. At some points, I didn't feel like things were real. That was how bad my concussion was.
This was from just colliding heads with.
I got kicked in the head.
Oh,
So, I was out for almost 4 months. My game back was 4 months. So,
yeah.
yeah, it was a long time.
Yeah, that's a sensitive subject.
So CTE is huge. Yeah.
Because and I know they're worried about it in the youth as well too, right? Like, because I don't know if they changed it, but there was even talk about taking heading out of the youth game.
They did that.
Did they end up
Yeah,
doing
they
it?
did that.
Uh,
I'm not for that though.
Because you feel that it's a lack of a skill, right? It's a
Correct.
muscle that they're not
Correct.
practicing. And
Correct. Plus, the development of your brain is not impacted by you heading the ball. I don't believe.
Okay.
I believe that I'm a smart kid. I had the ball how many times, you know? So it's just, obviously there's more studies than I have. Don't take me as a physician or a doctor or anything, but I think it is a skill that you lack. Heading is huge as a defender, as a striker, whatever it is.
It's a necessary skill.
Necessary. You have to
Wow.
practice heading. I practice heading all the time. You have to.
So that's a legit fundamental that's taken out of the game.
Yep.
Yes. That's like, George, you're left footed. You can't use your left foot anymore. You have to use your right. Just hang up my boots and then I'm done for the year.
You'd be peg legging it, they ain't gonna get it, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Did you want to ask him what his thoughts about CTE?
Yeah, let me hear.
I mean,
Big
I
breath.
think it's real. To your point, however, I think there's other emotional things that go into
Quan, you gonna let
some
him
kinda-
slide through
some
with
kind
that?
of traumas like that. So that's just the way I think about it, man. So
And you grew up playing football?
I grew up playing football.
Will you let your kid play football?
I mean, if mine wanted to play middle linebacker, I definitely I will, because to your point, I think sport there's a foundation that you learn from team sports.
Yeah.
You learn how to win. You learn how to compete. I think you can do that in football. If she wanted to play soccer, I think she can do that. If she wanted to hoop, I just think sports is necessary in overall development. So yeah, if she wanted to play middle linebacker, she gonna play middle linebacker.
Okay.
I don't know if my wife would agree with that.
Right.
All right, man. So we want to kind of get into the winner's circle, man. This is your platform where we talk about what you got going on and also like the next step, right? The evolution. And we talked a little bit about training, but I want to start on the process we opened up. You asked that question and you've hit on it a few times as we talked about it. And, the video goes is how you can become great. Where did that come from other than, being a part of ingrained and how you've developed and how you want to grow, but just the reason and the mindset for doing this video series?
At the time, I've been thinking about putting out some more content.
Okay.
People always ask me what's going on in my life, and I just say, the usual, just hanging out,
Right.
But my usual is not your usual, EJ.
Mm-hmm.
It's not your usual, Miles. So when I say my usual, it means waking up at 6, working out, reading, and training. But your usual is waking up, taking care of your baby, eating lunch when you can, getting a nap when you can. Important things, different lifestyles.
And waking up again.
Hey, you got to get that second nap in sometimes. I feel
I'll
like.
try, man. Pray for me.
So what's and I think that goes back to the thing where Miles brought up is the branding, right? That's something that not only you, but a lot of athletes are doing. And I do think that helps not only their brand, but it helps the sport. Because I think a lot of people, they like to connect. And
Yeah.
if they get that connection, it just ingratiates them closer into what you're doing in the whole sport. What's the journey going to be? Is it going to be following you the whole season, or is it only be like sections? How many are going to drop? Without giving us the whole, I know you're trying to keep some of it a little secret or whatever.
Yeah, great question. We actually just, my boy Connor, videographer,
Mhm.
photographer, we actually just filmed a new one
Okay.
over the Corona break. We're staying busy.
Okay. When's that release going to come out?
Maybe in the next couple weeks. Just wait on it. We're almost there.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So it's just going around Vegas, my new home, walking through it. It's quiet. It's different.
It's definitely.
It's different, but it's a journey throughout the whole of Vegas. It's showcasing a little bit of soccer here, a little bit of nature here. It's it's gonna be a good one.
I like it, man. Keep dropping and let us get these exclusives, man.
Please do.
Yeah, that's the first time. Nobody else knows about it. I
Okay.
We
barely even
appreciate
told
it.
my girlfriend.
We appreciate it. Black and Sports exclusive.
Yeah.
Black Score, you heard it here first, baby. And that's what she get for taking you $20.
Facts.
So you kind of a fashion guy. How'd you get into that world? You've always been a fashion guy, or is that how you've been in?
Yeah, my mom. She
okay.
she can't ever leave the house looking like a scrub. You can't. You have to take a shower. Wash your face, brush your
Yeah.
teeth, put on some clothes that are presentable.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter what it is. I got some sweatpants, but them things skinny I wear them with the Yeezys, with the white tees. It'll look all right when I go outside.
There
So
it
you
is.
always have to look presentable, and you dress for the job that you want to have, not the job that you have.
That's big time.
So I'm a soccer player, but I'm not gonna be a soccer player forever.
Okay.
You know, so
Athlete and
right,
that's right.
right,
So that's part of building your brand
yes,
is the fashion icon to it.
definitely. Clothes, I love clothes. Shoes, I love shoes.
You in here with this
Yeah,
guy?
I'm a shoe head myself.
Yeah.
I try.
Yeah.
I might not be on your level, but I try.
Well, I got rid of a lot, so
Well, we got
cutting
What
down.
size you wear? Since you just getting
My
rid of shit.
size.
right there. You go.
My question is, what size are you?
Man, you got to get your own.
My size.
My size, brother.
Right.
So I like your logo.
Yeah.
How did the logo develop?
The
How did you
logo's
guys do it?
sweet. I like
I
that.
appreciate
man.
you.
No, it's
Yeah.
good stuff.
So the logo came about. I was sitting in the locker room actually here, and I was like, I'm having this brand. I'm doing this video. We're shooting it. What is my identity? What should be my logo? What is Jordan Murrell's brand? And then I was sitting there thinking about it. I pondered on it for a few days. I realized I'm a businessman. I'm an athlete, but I'm a businessman. I'm all about that business first. The reason why I'm reading so much is so I can create generational wealth for my kids. You
Facts.
know, I want to leave my kids with something. I can't leave them shoes and clothes and cars. Well, of course you can.
Yeah, but right.
But these assets will bring them money,
Mhm.
and they'll bring their kids money.
Mm.
You know, I haven't been fortunate enough to get that, but that is the goal for my family.
I love it. So as a business, you talk about the UVU soccer training?
Yeah.
So that's taking it like your love because you've talked about your passion, and I think on the volume 1 of the process, you actually show yourself going out working with a little kid. So now the soccer training on a platform, and it looks like you got your good friend Skylar.
Yeah.
So how did that come across or come to? I mean, it's taking your passion, but just get into that a little bit.
Sky and I have been friends for almost 11 years now.
Nice.
So we went to school together
At Syracuse.
at Syracuse.
Mhm.
I actually met him in Costa Rica, which was the most randomest thing ever. Met him at the national team in Costa Rica, and he said that he was going to Syracuse. I said, "Oh, I'm going to Syracuse." And then 3 months later, it turns out he lives 15 minutes down the road.
So
Fast forward 11 years, our parents are best friends. We're
Wow.
best
Oh,
friends.
wow.
You know, our parents have a business together. We have business together. So
that's super dope.
yeah.
So tell us about the platform.
UVU was a platform that we built. So it's a soccer development program
Okay.
for kids from 4 to 18. We're bringing it down here to Vegas. Looking for a rebrand coming soon.
Okay.
We're coming up with that. Again, kids from 4 to 18. Doesn't matter if you're a beginner or an expert. Everybody can learn something. I'm still looking to learn every day.
Right.
And it's all about me and you, hands-on coaching, different techniques, different skills, whether it's running, passing, dribbling, heading. We are able to develop that. We are able to deliver this execution to get you to the next level.
I like it. And is it a series or is it like, I'm thinking about camps, like football camps, you have a 1-day to a 3-day camp. Basketball could be the same series. Is that what you guys are looking to structure?
So right now we're focusing on the individual development.
Uh-huh.
We are going to implement camps coming up soon.
Okay.
Camps will coming up. The camps are very hot right now. It's summertime. They can't be outside of 110 right now.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't be outside of 110 right now. More like,
You don't have to take them indoors, your
Right.
favorite.
Right. I can't do that to them. I can't do that to them. So, yeah, coming this fall, there'll be some camps coming up with the rebrand. I'll let you guys wait on that one.
Another exclusive.
Oh,
Come on, let's
yeah.
just drop it. Pew, pew,
My
pew.
man.
Yeah.
I like this. All right. What's next, right? Like, do you have, continuing the business, I know that's going to evolve and you got some stuff coming up here, but from the playing aspect, is MLS, something that, you're working towards still or what you got with that?
Always.
Awesome.
Developing myself every day. As I said, I wake up early and I look to train. And I train, I'll come back, and then I'll lift. There has to be a regimen. You have to keep it wanting to improve. Other people are out there wanting to improve. So does that mean they're going to be better than me? There's no way. No one's going to outwork me. I want to work harder than the next person. You and me run, I'm going to run till I can't run anymore,
The Will Smith, right?
Right.
Somebody's going to die on the treadmill.
Right. So it's either you or me, and God knows I'm going to try my best to be me. So yeah, MLS would be a dream. Imagine MLS in Vegas playing at, let's say, Allianz.
Yeah.
I think about it every time I drive by it. Every time I look at it, I'm like, I could play there. I'm play
Nice.
MLS there.
We're gonna get there, man.
Yeah,
We're gonna get there.
yeah.
That team would be definitely dope. Um, what is like the process to do that? Do you have a personal trainer, or are you just training yourself? Because like that's the thing you said you're still learning today.
Yeah.
And in a lot of things in life, we've all had an athletic background, and when you want to reach that next level, sometimes a coach is needed. So, do you think about that, or as far as your development?
Yeah. So far, Eric Winalda and the guys at Las Vegas Lights have been incredible.
Wow. Okay.
They've been incredible. Eric Winalda taught me things in those short 2 months that I haven't learned yet. And
Wow.
every time we go out to training, he's always there. He's always willing to help. He doesn't mind staying behind, whether you're a rookie or a vet. It's scary to say that I'm a vet, but
but
It
you are a
happens.
vet.
yeah,
There it
Yeah.
is.
rookie or a vet, he's willing to help you out. And whether it's little techniques or if it's big things in the game, he'll sit you down in his office. He'll run video. If you want to go out and train, he'll bring you out and train. So he's been fantastic. And I also got to give out shout out to Julian Portugal Sports Academy.
Okay.
Great training, soccer training in there,
Here in town.
weights here in town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He's
Right.
pushed me different ways. I've worked out many times in my life.
Sure.
Nothing like he does. He is going to propel me to MLS.
So what can we expect when we kick off the season? We get past this. What can we expect from Jordan?
Depends what aspect you're asking.
What's some goals you set for
Yeah.
yourself?
Big goals. So playing in 95% of the games at Las Vegas Lights, 5% just in case. You never know.
Right.
For myself, with the business, with the training's going to propel. Right now, I'm sitting at 15 kids. By the end of the year, I'm looking to have 100. Whether it's 100 through the camp, 100 through consistent training, weekly training. I have kids that come out twice a week, 3 times a week that are wanting to train and exponentially better from the first week I've
Wow.
seen them.
Okay.
So
You train during season too.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That's big time.
That's
man.
really big to give of yourself like that.
Yeah.
Kudos to you, family.
Appreciate
Pre-
that.
No, we appreciate that.
Yeah,
That's
that's
dope.
not selfish.
Yeah. So, we're getting to the end, man. It's getting close, and this is the part of the show we like to call the assist. And in the assist, even though you've been doing it all throughout the show, we call it the assist, to where you can either give us your mantra, things you live by, an inspirational quote, or just something that you want to leave the listeners with.
Wow. I don't really have a mantra, but I do wake up and think, what can I do to be better today? Honestly, I say, how can I be the best in what I want to do? I think, as I said before, I want to leave my kids with something, whether it's a great last name, Murrell. Then everybody knows Murrell, whether it's the business that I make, whether it's the soccer pictures and memorabilia, whether it's things for them to have, tangible things. I want my brand at JM, Jordan Murrell, to be well known.
I love it.
Getting better every day. 1%
Every
better.
single day.
1% better.
There it is. Well, this is a little something different. I mean, I think it would behoove us, Black in Sports, not to speak about like the real epic tragedy that happened with George Floyd. That was crazy. I mean, before we get into that, or just really not getting into that, but have you ever experienced like serious racism going through your kind of journey? Because I mean, you've been in some different places, and a lot of those things, because of you're very educated when you're getting skipped up, right? You're very talented. You look different. Have you experienced any of those kind of issues going through your process up to now?
Yeah, let's just take a second,
Mhm.
because that, even just thinking about that video, that's crazy. To think that this is still going on in the world today is mad. As a society, as humans, we have to be better to each other, regardless of the color of the skin,
All right.
regardless of what language you speak. We are all people.
Humans, like you said.
We are all human beings. You can help me. I can help you. We are all one family. If you really bury it down, we are one family. We have to take care of each other, So Going back to what you said, have I come across it? Yeah, probably. I can't think of any right now, which is a good thing. But usually, you just have to. These days, it's crazy. You really just have to try and record it. Honestly, is as bad as it sounds. You know,
It's changing a lot.
am I safe to drive my car at nighttime? Am I safe? Are you safe? Are you safe?
And it's a scary thing.
Scary.
And it's just, like you said, we all boil down to the human thing. So, we hopefully can get everybody that awareness of this.
Yeah.
Because it's like you said, it's still happening.
I've heard, and correct me if I'm wrong, that kind of race is kind of viewed different in Canada than it is obviously here in America. We have some kind of blockage with that. Is that true, or is that just hearsay?
Because we hear that. Like, I've heard that too. And that was one of the questions I had earlier, but, this is the perfect time for it. But we hear that, like, it's not as severe as it is in the U.S.
Yeah, they don't look at it differently.
They look at it differently,
Right.
correct, yeah.
Yeah, racism is different in Canada. I haven't really noticed it, So, but what I do notice is that in Canada, let's say Toronto, where I live, it is so diverse.
Yeah.
So diverse. That is the number one thing. Like, there are very few 7th generation Canadians, 4th generation Canadians. There are a lot of 1st and 2nd generation.
Okay.
Got you, okay.
When I ask you where you're from, you'll tell me where your parents are from. You'll say, I'm from Italy, I'm from England, I'm from Saudi Arabia. You'll say from all these places, and it comes up so often, I'm from this place. Here in the U.S., you're labeled, you're black, African American, you're white, you're Latino, you're non-Latino. You know what I mean?
Right.
So in Canada, you have they still have their culture from their home
From where they
country,
traced it.
right?
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's still growing. So everybody's growing there together. Don't get me wrong. There's still racism everywhere, and it needs to be cut out because we're all same people, just from different places.
All right.
If I didn't move to Canada, I didn't move to U.S., I would never have met you guys. But we're all still family.
All right.
So
Love it.
yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing. You guys on that, man. So, hey, amazing show, man. Really enjoyed having you here. So we want to thank our guests, and also just want to thank the people, you guys, for listening. I hope you enjoyed today's show. Please follow us on Black in Sports. We're on all platforms, so IG, Twitter, Facebook, and just give us feedback. What did you think of the show? Who you'd like to hear on the show, and just your thoughts. Please hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube, and check us out on all podcast platforms. And just know we have some additional stuff in the locker room, so make sure you check that out. And I'm rooting for you.
Screaming, all us blacks got is sports and entertainment until we even.
Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Yeah. Yeah. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Look. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Spent about 2 racks on handmade new rags. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. That's everybody from sports to college class.